Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Daddy's Barbecue Pit. This week, we're going to show you how to cook a pork butt on the Weber Kettle using the snake method. Let's get cooking. So for this snake method, basically what you're going to do is build 2 layers of coal all the way around the base and then add a layer on top. We got our bomb or a boom fire starter in here. We're going to place some wood around here. We're going to get started on this. And you can watch how we're doing it. We're just going to go ahead and set these around here. Now, the idea here is to get this to burn nice and slow all the way around. I'm going to probably set a pan in here with our pork butt on this side. And this will afford you the opportunity to cook pork or anything else real slow on your Weber kettle. I'm going to move these over. It does not have to go all the way around. Kind of setting these up like dominoes. And come back around here. Probably going to try to go like a half moon shape. Then we got some of the smoke wood we're going to set in a few spots along here. That way as it burns, we'll be adding some smoke to it. Like I said, we're going to get a foil aluminum pan sitting in here with a little water in it. Probably put our butt right here. We'll get this started. We're going to go ahead and light this boom starter now. We'll get this charcoal lit. We're going to leave the vents wide open to start until we get the coals lit real well on here. Okay, so we have about an 8-pound butt here. We're just going to do a little bit of trimming on it. Not going to go real crazy. Just want to trim some of this fat off of here. On this backside, what we're going to do is, it's got a decent little fat cap. We're just going to score this across, get some of that rub down in there. And today we're going to use some Killer Hogs TX, the brisket rub. We got this guy about where we want it. Like I said, we weren't going to take much off of it. Let's give it a good dose of this TX. Try to get it down in those crevices. Again, we're using the snake method on our Weber kettle today. We're going to probably be running around 250 to 275 once that thing comes up to temp. And we have some Jealous Devil, their oak barrel smoke wood in there as well. Add some flavor. This is more about the method of cooking today. One of my buddies told me to give this seasoning a try on butts, so we're doing that today. See how it tastes. It says it's wonderful, so we're going to go ahead and cook this guy fat side up too. So let's try to get some more down in there. We're going to leave this sit until the Weber comes up to temp. Okay, our Weber kettle's running about 250, between 250 and 275. You can see we have our water pan in here. Just a little bit of water in there right now. We'll add some more as we go. We got a good fire started over here. It's already starting to burn some of the wood. We're going to go ahead and set this pork butt, again, fat side up, just like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the exhaust holes over on top of the pork butt. That way it's dragging that heat and the air up over the top of it. Okay, we're just over 2 hours into this pork butt. Man, this thing is looking sweet. Got our snake burning around. It's getting close to halfway, but it's doing pretty good. We're picking up a lot of juice in that pan. It's doing its job. This side over here of this pork butt looks, the color on it is unbelievable for just using, you know, the TX seasoning. It's looking real good. We may spin that here in a little bit. Again, we're just over 2 hours, so we've got a long ways to go on this yet. We're hoping to get to about 165 and wrap it up like we would a traditional butt. So, looking good. Okay, it looks like we're finally about halfway on our snake. We're going to go ahead and see where we're at temperature-wise. Yeah, we're running the 140s, 150s. Starting to pull away from the bone over here. We got 160 there. Probably going to give it about another half hour or so. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this guy in a foil pan with foil on top. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pan this thing up. We're at 166, 167 on this. You can see, man, this thing's drawing back nice. I mean, the bark set on it really good. Pretty beautiful color. Our snake's still rolling along here. We're going to go ahead and pan this guy up, and I'm going to go fat side down on it. And we're going to go over here to the station, and I'm going to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar and water into this pan, and we're going to cover it up and put it back on. Okay, so we've been spritzing with this apple cider vinegar and water. That's what we're going to put on it. Just going over the top with it. Not going to go crazy. Before there's any questions, the drip pan we have in the smoker, we were just using for moisture. I don't want to save those drippings. I don't want them. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this guy up and get her back on. I'm going to shoot for around 210 on this. 205 to 210 we'll be looking for internally. So we're going to go ahead and get this wrapped. We're going to set this right in the center. We're going to let it go for probably another hour. We'll come back and get another temp on it. And then we'll probably spin it as well. That way we're getting good even heat. We'll be back here in about an hour. Okay, folks, we're right at 7 hours on this cook. So this thing is cooked really well, as you can see. We have, there isn't even hardly any ash over on this side. And we're down to probably about 3 inches worth of charcoal on this side. So this thing's really done its job. It probably would have went maybe another hour, so 8 hours using that snake method. Worked really good. I'm impressed with it. Especially makes the Weber Kettle even more versatile. Right now we're looking at, we're running 207 right there on our thermopen. We're going to pull this off and we're going to let it rest for about 2 hours. It's probably going to come up about 5 more degrees, maybe a little bit more. And then we're going to pull it apart and give it a taste test for you. Okay, everybody, our pork butt we have let it rest for about, it's only been about an hour and a half, not as long as we wanted to. But for the video's sake, we're going to go ahead and pull this butt. You can see that I've taken the juice from the butt out of the pan and I put it into a fat separator. We are going to utilize that juice after we pull it, but I just wanted to get it out of there for now. Again, this isn't for really a recipe per se. It was to show you the method of the steak method on a Weber Kettle. Basic seasoning on this was Killer Hogs TX. The bark looks beautiful. I mean, the smoke ring, you can see it already. We're going to go ahead and just see if we can yank this bone out. Yeah, she's pretty clean. That's the onboard temperature device. We're just going to go ahead and pull this apart. Trying to get some of that big fat out of there. Ain't nobody want to eat that, man. That looks good. The freaking smoke ring on that. Look at this freaking horn right here. Wow. We got this thing broke down fairly well. It's not going to be good enough for Michelle, but she'll get in here and dig it apart a little bit more for us. We're going to go ahead and taste this guy. He's got a beautiful smoke ring. The bark's unbelievable on it. tender, juicy, just the right amount of salt with that TX rub. It's a freaking excellent recipe. Little different. Again, we didn't put anything sweet on it, so you're really just getting the flavor of that pork. Nice smoke ring, good smoke flavor, beautiful bark. Try this recipe. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Get some. I mean, it's just straight pork goodness. I mean, it's